Hi, I'm Scott Vanzo, Director of Computer Graphics.
And I'm Peter Avanzino. I directed this episode, and we're going to run through some 3D models, starting with this asteroid. This started as a 2D model, which was not drawn out very well because I knew it was going to go to the masterful Eric Whited to model it.
Since the model is so complex, it creates some artifacting when we generate lines during the cartoon shade pass. Eric adjusted it slightly and we changed some settings in order to keep the line from popping so much.
It had to evolve through this various stages of vegetation and life and then eventually get covered in white goo. And it had to rotate and look good rotating. So he had a lot of challenges and he did an excellent job. Even the simplest things are a unique and horrifying challenge, right?
There's nothing simple about this asteroid.
You might think it's simple.
Yeah.
A simpleton might consider it simple.
It's really just a rock.
Yeah. This is the Feminista's Eco Van, which when you read Feminista and Eco Van, basically said, well, let's make it a Volkswagen bus that flies, which we do in Futurama a lot. You know, make our designs evocative of the real world counterparts.
You mean like a ripoff?
An homage.
This model was modeled by Mark Orm. It came out really, really nice and cleanly. My only regret is that we don't see those green hover rings underneath
We hardly ever do.
the van as much as we should, because they came out really nicely.
Yeah. And at some point, a storyboard artist and I came up with the license plate of FECO1, which I thought was pretty funny, because it sounds kind of like poop. F-ECO, FECO. A 3D giant gorilla golf hole is always a challenge, right?
When they presented this one to me, I was trying to figure out exactly how we were going to do it, because there was fur involved and we needed to make it look shaggy, but then we needed to actually make it look cartoony at the same time, which is really challenging. So we came up with this kind of cheat to create, silhouette ridges on the character without having to pinch, little tufts of hair like all throughout the body. And actually, Eric Whited worked on this one again, and it came out really, really nice.
Deciding to make it's more like a metallic edge, right? Was a good solution. And the split Nimbus, this must be the third or fourth time the Nimbus has been cut in half, right?
Yeah, and it's always cut in different places.
You can see 20 rows of decks, and I love the colors when you look inside at the rooms, the different shades of blues, and there's a couple oranges in there. It looks great. I think in the movie, most of that's covered by smoke, unfortunately.
Do they actually have force fields on the Nimbus that keep people from falling out?
No, everybody died in this.
Oh.
Everybody got sucked right out. That was another, we did this and sent it, and then after the show came back in color, we had a note to add more people coming out. So if you look at that scene in the movie, you'll see little teeny 3D people as well, spewing out of the back of the Nimbus.
This is a wormhole. Of course, nobody's really ever seen a wormhole, nor do they really know what one really looks like, so
I doubt they look this spectacular in real life. Swirling light and things flying into it. I've never seen this in depth like that. I've only ever seen it from this flat-on angle, and I thought it was pretty incredible the way the columns of light get smaller, but I didn't know Eric had to actually build it into depth like that. That's pretty neat.
Well, it had to kind of work inside that golf hole. We wanted it to the inside surface of the golf hole to kind of react to the colors. It sort of had to be made into more of a tube shape.